Okay, in today's video, I'm going to go over some home mobility exercises that you can do away from your dojo or away from your gym to improve your martial arts and to elevate your kicking ability. Because we all know that mobility and flexibility are key to having good kicks and good martial arts altogether. Now, I filmed this earlier today, and when I came to edit it, there was no sound, so I've had to redo the whole thing. I did it earlier with Nat Hearn, who I'm doing the Patreon channel with. You can check that out in the link in the description of this video. So I'm going to include a little bit of footage from that from earlier, and obviously the new footage that I've put over the top as well. Now, if you enjoy this video and the content I'm giving across for these mobility exercises, there's going to be a few more on the Patreon channel. So there's going to be this session plus extra exercises in the same session. So if you're interested in having a look at that, take a look at that link in the description of this video, and I hope to see you there. Otherwise, let's get on with this one. So our first movement, we're going to have our feet side by side this way. I'm going to move forwards with my right leg into a lunge position here, okay? I want to be taking my front knee right over my toes to try and get a nice stretch on the calf and the Achilles tendon there, and also pressing through so I'm getting a good stretch on that hip flexor on the back. From this position here, I'm going to take the opposite hand. So if I've got my right arm forwards, I'm now going to take my left hand in a full circle all the way around to the back. So I'm opening up my upper back, the thoracic area, taking my head with it as well, making a full circle there. From here now, I'm going to press my front leg back to lengthen the hamstrings, drop down to that to get that stretch for a second, and then I'm going to sit all the way back onto the back leg, okay? Focusing on pushing that back knee outwards. Once I'm here, I'm going to push back into that lunge again, and I'm going to come back up, and that is one repetition. Okay, so now I'll do the other side. I'll take my left knee forwards, left leg forwards, right over that front leg. From there, take the hand in a full circle away from your body, press through that front leg, drop the body down until we hit that stretch, then come back onto that back leg, and then press forwards again into that lunge, and come back up. Okay, so one repetition is the full side, and what we want to try and do is aim for maybe 4, 6 or 8 reps even per side to try and open up these hips and the entire body. So again, we come forwards, lunge, forwards here, take the arm all the way around, press through that front leg, sit the weight back, come back in again, and return to the start. One more time, I'll take my left leg forwards, nice long lunge position, take that full circle around, press through the front leg, drop the hips down, sit back onto the back leg, knee pressed out to the back, drive forwards again into that lunge, and push back up. Okay, our second motion or second movement to develop that hip mobility and hip strength is I'm going to be standing again in a kind of neutral stance here. And I want to take my knee into a front chamber position, so nice and high, like this, okay? I don't want to be pulling up with my hands because I want to be using the hip flexors to draw that leg up through that active range of motion. So from this position here now, what I want to do is try to keep my body straight and turn the hip or turn the knee out to the side like I'm opening a gate, this kind of feeling, okay? And then come back in again, all under control, and back down again. Okay, same thing on the other side. So I lift my knee up high in front. I want to try to keep my hips in the same kind of position, my pelvis facing forwards. I don't want to turn with it because I'm doing the same stretch in 2 different directions. What I want to do is lift my leg here, now move it through the active range of motion to the outside, come back in and down. So the goal is to try and get it obviously as high as we can under control and keep that same height as we come open and close. So we go again, lift up to the front. Foot is dorsiflexed, which means the toes are facing upwards. Okay, so toes up towards the shin. From that position, keeping the body straight, open the hip to the side, keeping it nice and high, under control, come back and down to the start again. Again, same thing, 4, 6 or 8 reps per side, you know, whatever you feel comfortable with and whatever you need to do in order to warm up or to get your hips mobile. So moving on, the next movement we're going to do is going to help with our kick chamber position. So what I want to do now is get back up with that knee high in front. And from here now, I'm going to hold on to this shin with the, the front leg. And from that position, I'm going to turn my supporting foot and turn my hip over for a roundhouse kick position from there. And then I want to turn it back again. Okay, so the exercise is just turn that hip over and back, keeping it nice and high from here, holding it close to my body. Over and back, over and back, making sure we're keeping balance, right? So from here, over, turn the hip over to the side so we can make like a roundhouse kick position, and then bring it back in again. Obviously, this is a exercise for mobility and not balance, so there's nothing wrong with using a little bit of assistance here. But what I want to be doing is getting my position, lifting up, turning over, getting a hip over and back, over and back, over and back. So I'm thinking about this foot here, the supporting foot, turning on the ball of the foot. Okay, so making this action each time, which is, you know, good technical habit to create as well. From here, lift the knee, rotate, set those hips up as if we're coming in for a roundhouse kick in that position. Okay, just from here, front, over, front, over. Just getting that hip turning in the joint there. Our next movement is going to be, we're going to bring some kicks into it now. So what I want to do is take a stance, like maybe a left leg forward for a moment. From here, we're going to do 3 movements. First movement I'm going to do is bring my knee up high. Okay, I'm giving my hand as a target, or we can almost bring it to the shoulder. Try and bring it to your chest or shoulder position there. So first movement again is a knee lift. Second one now is a straight leg swing. And the third movement is a front kick from that position. Okay, so that's 1 repetition. We come up 1, 2, 3. And that is 1 time. Okay, 1, swing, kick. With good form on that kick and making sure we're retracting the kick afterwards, re-chambering, you know, snapping back that kick each time. Again, same thing, try to get 4, 6 or even 8 sets or reps per side. If this is part of your warm-up, we can maybe do fewer reps, but as a mobility exercise session, you probably want to sort of go towards the top end of those rep numbers. Okay, so coming to the floor for this next one. I want to sit back onto my feet. So I'm kneeling down with my instep touching the floor. First of all, we're getting a nice stretch on the ankle anyway by doing this. But what I want to do from here is slide the hands forwards while still sitting back onto my feet. Once I reach the full stretch or full range of motion I can get from there, I want to pull myself close to the floor now. Close and push up, arching the back. Okay? To extend this, we can come up onto the knuckles if you want, or even onto the fingertips to get an even greater stretch. But it's not necessary. We can still stay on the palms of the hands. And then from this position now, I want to take my right leg up to the outside of my shoulder. Okay, so knee is pressing against that shoulder. Switch, left leg, back. Come back down to the floor and push back. So we're back to the start again. That's 1 repetition again. So we pull through, close to the floor, come up. Take 1 leg to the front, send it back, other leg up, back, and reverse. What I try to imagine with this exercise is imagine a barrier here, and what I'm trying to do is kind of come underneath that barrier each time. Pop up that side and then come back underneath it every time. All right, so I want to stay close to the floor, close to the ground, and then come up at the end here, this way. Take that knee up to the front, switch, take the knee up to the front, come back underneath it again. This way. Okay, so if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed those exercises there. As I said earlier, there will be an extended version of this video with more exercises on the Patreon channel. So take a look at that in the link in the video description. It just helps to support this channel and the ongoing production of content, as well as giving you as members a little bit more exclusive content as a result. So if you're interested in that, please check it out. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe to me here, and I'll see you in the next video.